Well, hello and welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and welcome back to episode 43 of the Jesus Enrique Rosas show. We are live through YouTube on the Jesus Enrique Rosas channel, on X through Kinesics, and on Rumble in the Jesus Enrique Rosas channel. Remember that at the end of all these shows, maybe 1 hour later, you will be able to listen to the whole show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere you can listen to podcasts. Let me fix a couple of things because I just came here. I don't even have where are my background lights? Where are my background lights? I need to turn on my background lights. Oh, what kind of professional would it be? There are, but that is not the right shade. This is the right shade for today. This is the right shade for today. Everything has to be fixed because, you know, when you are born in September, you are kind of, perfectionist. And that's who I am, and I'm not going to change it. I have so much to cover today. I'm looking forward longish stream. I don't think that you're going to complain. You never complain, right? About longer live streams. Happy Friday the 13th from Middle Georgia, Emma Huge. Happy Friday the 13th. You're superstitious. How many of you are superstitious? I always remember that Stevie Wonder song. And I'm superstitious. Got it on the wall. Let me see if everything is going on. This is Friday the 13th. One has to check if things are, going the way that they should. You see, open my X Pro panel, which is so useful for the last minute, last second saves, last second stuff. All right. Let's say, one thing here, and we're ready to begin. Ready to begin. Message request. All right. So, we are ready to begin. So, I committed one of the worst offenses in this. And where's my icon of my show? There's a reason why I was, I don't have, where's my icon? My tiny icon of the stuff. My tiny icon. There it is. We are complete. I didn't have the icon because I was recording an interview this morning with somebody. Not going to reveal that yet. I'm going to wait until it is gonna come out, and when it's coming out, then you will find out I had a lot of fun. It's gonna be released on at the beginning of January, that interview, and I hope that it repeats. But I'm not telling you with whom yet. It was not for my show. It was for another person's show. So many of you know him. Let's see. Let's wait until next year. So many of you. Let's begin. Let's begin with this. A bit of philosophy. Best of philosophy. We usually start with memes. We usually start a bit, lighter. It should be lighter. Even if there's a lot that we have to cover. I may not have amazing victories, but I can amaze you with the defeats that I came out of alive. Great quote from Anton Chekhov. Great quote from Anton. Yes, sometimes our victories can be just how we survived to so many failures. What do we have on the menu today? We have a bit of AI, of course. There's always a bit of AI. We're gonna be seeing Pope Francis. I always make fun of Pope Francis because why not? Don Lemon complaining about something. Whoopi Goldberg as well. Peter Thiel glitching. It's gonna glitch hard. Nancy Pelosi, by the way, Nancy Pelosi was admitted to a Luxembourg hospital. It was an injury. It seems that she's doing okay. But she was heckled as well. I don't know if were the same circumstances. But some of you asked me to review the Team Walz Christmas tree video. We're going to be seeing that as well. Tom Homan is, well, reconsidering the immigration thing. Maybe some people, some of those immigrants will not be deported. He's thinking about that. We got new developments about January 6th, confirmation that there were actual feds in there. Oh, the 100,000, no, that is way too much. The 100-man girl is back with more stuff. This was a Lacrosse scandal. Crystal Magnum admits she made all up this rape allegations. We will be talking about that. What else? So much to cover today. And what? We have even Prince Andrew today. Well, oh my God. You're complaining about my comments about Tom Homan. It's something that's technical. You have to make people on at least understand who are you going to deport and who are you not going to deport. We have also this collage of from Logan Hall. There will never be another interesting this compilation of all the times. I guess it's all the times that Donald Trump has been on Time magazine, on the cover of Time magazine. Interesting. Quite a few, I must add. You know, when you're Donald Trump, so many of you didn't see the alert. That is why this show has to be at the same time every day. But some of you don't see the alert, and some of you love my accent. Some of you definitely love my accent. I got this a lot. I am addicted to your accent. I remember when we were talking about the Unabomber. That is the way that you told me to pronounce it. And I was saying the Unabomber. I was saying Unabomber. I was all, Latino. I was all this Scarface thing. I was full on Latino with that. But, well, people like my accent. Sometimes I let go, especially when I'm upset. So many of you have been to my upset videos. And I try to do my best, and I sometimes get upset, not get accent, get upset for the most, let's say, simple things. Simple things like this. This was right before the show. I want to understand. What the BFGF is this shit? Official Doom subreddit. I know that so many of you are not on Reddit. Thank God. I just have an account there to cyber squat my username, the body language guy, and that's it. I really don't use Reddit. But the official Doom subreddit, and so many of you know that I'm a fan of this game. What is this? Is this little Doomslayer has a pride flag? Why? Is Doomslayer gay? I don't know. Maybe he's demon curious or something like that. But why the trans flag? And why? This is a game about killing demons. What does it have to do with this? And this is not a small subreddit. It has more like 500,000 members. 500,000 members. I won't touch this with a 10-foot pole. I won't touch it. This is not it. I hope that this was AI. I hope plot twist. Jesus is an actor. His real accent sounds like Tony Soprano. Oh, don't get me started with the Italian accents. The English Italian accents. At the most, I can do the Mario, Luigi, Luigi, what you done? What you done, Luigi? I remember the game Bowser's Inside Story, in which Mario and Luigi don't really speak. They just have they have this garble when they speak. It was so funny. So racist. Yeah, Demon Curious. Maybe the Doomslayer is Demon Curious. I have a book of Doom art, by the way. Maybe sometimes I'll show you my book of you and your kid. I'm talking Mario. Oh, Luigi, Mario. And Luigi speaks like this. Mario. Luigi has a different voice. Of course, there's Wario as well. Speaks like this. I think it was the same voice actor for all of them. But let's talk about Pope Francis, and this is trigger warning. What you're about to see is completely AI. This is not real. None of this is real. This is created by the account Dr. Clown PhD on X. And this is the kind of things that I share, not only for amusement, but to warn you that I see that AI is becoming more and more and more realistic. And at some point, it's going to be really hard to distinguish from the real thing. It's already happening on Facebook. And you see these kind of things. I have to mute this because I don't know if the music is copyrighted. Man meets machine created this. None of this exists in real life. Well, all this is synthetic. The Pope Francis eating pizza. I wonder what is the symbolism in here. And, the Benjamins playing, the Hennessy, offering Hennessy to, what is this? What is happening? And I say, oh, well, but it is a good thing to know that Pope Francis is not a racist. That is great. You know that I really don't like Pope Francis. That's why I have no problem in showing you this. And there are other uses for AI. Like, that we saw that encounter between Dr. Jill and Donald Trump at the inauguration of Notre Dame. And John C. Memes, John Covering, did this for his X account as well. This was more elaborate. And this should have an adult trigger warning. Yeah, even worse than Pope Francis, dancing to trap. Dr. Jill, but what is this? What are you doing? But, oh my God, this is. Does Joe know about this? What is this? Of course, it's AI. I had to say it over and over again. This is never happening, and that is Joe coming. This is for entertainment reasons only for entertainment. But you need to understand that this will be concerning at some point. Somebody's going to do some kind. People have already done AI stuff with me. I'm not going to show you it. I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot with that. I've seen things, and I know that as a public figure, even a semi-influencer, that is the risk that one's taken. But it is like Don Lemon. Don Lemon is losing his mind over Donald Trump being named Time Magazine's Person of the Year. Why are you losing your mind? There's something. Why? Why would you care? Why would you care so much about Time Magazine, Don? Let's hear it from the guy. Oh no, my audio. Oh, how amateurish! I knew that doing things rushed was going to cause this, but now it should be working fine.
They want to make someone Person of the Year. I don't know. They could have done it to
whom?
With any person. People. They could have done it to someone who actually stood for democracy, who stands for democracy in the country. Now you think about what encompasses Person of the Year. Just because you are elected President of the United States does not mean that you should be Person of the Year. What Time Magazine? What are you doing? Let me ask you, Time Magazine.
The cope.
What do you say to the women who, I guess, still read Time magazine?
Kamala doesn't read Time magazine or anything.
Or the women who are, don't they do like a whole Time 100 thing or something, which,
What 100 thing? Don't talk about women doing 100 things, because we have enough of women doing 100 things, if you know what I mean. And we are going to talk about that lady, today as well.
What about the women who are on that list? What about that? I'm sure some of them will had dealt with issues that women have to deal with,
like Megan, for example,
like discrimination in the workplace.
Oh yeah, Megan was discriminated at Buckingham Palace a lot.
SA, all kinds of things.
No.
You have someone on the cover of your magazine who is an adjudicated assaulter.
Oh no.
You have someone who inspired an insurrection. You have someone who, without a doubt, the evidence is there, tried to overturn a free and fair election. You had someone who...
No, you're spreading misinformation. This is we are the media now, Don. You have to get used to it. You have to build your YouTube channel. Maybe build your X. Is Don Lemon on X? I don't want to find out. I don't care. I really don't care. But that's something that you nurture, and you nurture telling the truth, or at least try not to lie. That is important. That is important. Sometimes we get things wrong. I have got things wrong sometimes. And when I don't know about something, I either don't talk about it, or make it very clear that I have no idea what I'm talking about. It's like Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg, you know that she has no idea what she's talking about most of the time. And this time, she rips RFK Jr. for fat shaming people. Says some people are just genetically fat and need drugs to lose weight. I wonder where were those genetically fat people, like from the 19th century and backwards? From the 19th century and backwards, where were those genetically fat? Do they absorb calories out of thin air by osmosis from oxygen? They turn oxygen into fat for some kind of by some kind of process that we don't know about. Maybe ChatGPT can explain that to us. Oh, of course it can't, because it's not possible. You cannot make calories out of nothing. It's calories in, calories out. That is just so simple. Goldberg suggested she is genetically a 300-pound woman, but thanks to Manjaro, she is now nice and slim. Nice is not the word that I would use. Maybe she is slim, that's great for her, but nice, maybe she needs a stronger drug for that. But because the nice, that is not working.
This isn't just about food.
No, it's not.
This is sometimes people
genetics.
are born genetically larger.
Agreed. I didn't mean to.
No, I know you didn't.
Yeah.
But I want to say this to
RFK.
That's his name. Because you're setting folks up for shame.
Yes, we need to. This is I've said this many times. It's like how you make a sword. You have to melt the steel. You have to combine it with carbon. It's have to go through a lot of heat. Then hammer it. Then polish it. It's a lot. You need a crucible. Is a crucible? Is that the word? We're talking about so much. A crucible is a container in which metals or other substances may be melted or subjected to very high temperatures. We as humans need a crucible, and sometimes, of course, a crucible is painful. And it's not that you're going to go inside an actual crucible. Please, this is not health advice or swordsmithing advice. But it's that you're going to have to face the struggles in life. And sometimes you're not going to be bullied or shamed by strangers. You're going to be bullied or shamed by a friend. It's going to tell you, hey, you know what? You have to do something about your health. And your friend, your very good friend, is going to have the best intentions. And maybe if you are prying about this from this ladies that keep saying that, oh, you're going to be fat shamed. You cannot be fat shamed. You are great as you are. You're not going to see. You're going to interpret your friends' words the right way. That is, they are telling you have to do something about your weight. Maybe you have to change your habits. Maybe you have to sleep more. Sleep is the most important thing. Sleep, control your stress, keep hydrated, eat, well, you know, I don't have to repeat any of this. It's very simple, but sleep is perhaps one of the most important. And yes, many of these people are going to see this as bullying, as shaming. Oh, no, I am like this. I'm happy like this. I'm happy in my body. Okay, but if I said that, I would never have been here. I mean, this is something that I wanted to share with you at some point. It's like, I am not. I saw a quote by Anthony Bourdain in these days. So a quote of Anthony Bourdain. Let me see if I can find it. In which, no, we are not type A personalities. We are not type A personalities that we are constantly, working. I am almost constantly working, like all the time, because I enjoy what I do. And there was a quote from Anthony Bourdain that said that if it was for him, he would be always in his at home smoking weed, watching TV. There was this quote, but his struggle is finding the ways to not do that. So it's the stratagems to be actually have purpose. Rest in peace, Anthony. There's so much that we can say about you, good things, bad things, but there is the thing. I am not like this. This is not like something that I was born like this. Okay, yeah, 24/7. Let's do this, the grind and the stuff. No, I modeled myself into this, and part of this maybe it was not bullying or shaming, but it was a lot of bullying from, well, you need to get your act together. You need to get your act together, and that is painful. And sometimes you need people to tell you, yes, you have to get your fat ass off the couch.
That's what you're trying. Maybe you don't know you're doing. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say you don't know, you don't realize what you do to people when you say stuff like that, because it doesn't work for everybody. And I'm going to show you, sir, because I weighed close to 300 less than 2 years ago. And without the Mounjaro, this would not have happened. There you go.
Take it off. Take it off.
There you go. And I try to tell everybody, listen, this worked for me. This may work for y'all. You cannot take it out of people's hands if it can help.
That's important. At the same time, I follow Abu Bakri on X, physician that doesn't have to be black and white. Maybe you can help yourself. Maybe you can find Ozempic via your maybe public health. In many countries, by public health and free healthcare, you can get Ozempic, and in doses that can help you get started in that journey. It doesn't have to be that you have to kill yourself on, metaphorically, to slim down, but you can use these drugs to help yourself a bit. Abu Bakri has a very, common sense approach to that. Okay, you just a bit of help so you can get into the good habits, and the good habits will make you. This is the most important word. Metabolically healthy. You need to be metabolically healthy. That is the most important. It's maybe not slim. Maybe you never. I know that I will never be slim. I have a, let's say, strong build. Slim is out of the question. But if I'm metabolically healthy, that's okay with me. But having energy, having, lust for life, for everything to, eat the world, that's what counts. That's what counts. Let's see. Whoopi finish her idea.
Keep people healthy.
Yes.
If we can get rid of diabetes, if we can get rid of all of the things, cardiovascular.
Yeah, but diabetes and high blood pressure, all that, it's a very good idea if you slim down, because that will take away many things. So you're proving our point, Whoopi. You're proving our point that if you want to get rid of diabetes, you want to get rid of high blood pressure, if you slim down, it will be much easier for your body to do those things on its own.
Wrong with trying to do that.
Nothing.
You're wrong on this, R.
Also, the side effects are not horrible. But what is Kimberly?
The side effects are not horrible. Well, I would say that everything has side effects. This is something that we have to deal with that. We have to deal with that reality.
Guilfoyle, think of it. That's what I want to know.
You need a She's going to Greece. She got a body now.
Yeah. Where does Elon Musk come and RFK Jr., two medical experts? Who are they?
Elon's right on this.
Elon's right on this.
Yeah.
Also, maybe the brainworm will shrink. Never mind.
This is also the food that we eat, Adrian. The food that we eat is important. It's I think one of the best accounts I follow on X is Dan Go, Fit Founder. Big shout out to Dan Go. I think he's one of the most sensible. If you want to be fit, if you want to be healthier, Dan Go is the easiest way. The easiest way. I'm going to go for it and highlight, because the guy he's really good. Big shout out to him. And you put a face to him, and this will be easier for you to find him. You look for him. There it is. Dan Go, Fit Founder. It's my go-to high-performance coach to entrepreneurs, but not only to entrepreneurs. You follow him, you will realize that he has very good takes for anybody, especially if you are over 40 years old. He's a specialized in people over 40 years old that are super busy. That's why I like him so much, because has the most sensible takes. And sometimes when we talk about sensible takes, you know that I have my differences in the past with Piers Morgan. Very strong differences. Maybe at some point we could say, okay, maybe we could bridge those differences at some point, because, well, his opinion about all things woke, I agree wholeheartedly with him. I think that he hasn't changed his stance. Maybe we have had a strong opposing opinions at some point. He has blocked me in one of my Twitter accounts. I understand, because I was really intense against him about some things. Sometimes he gets that right, so we always need to find that. Let's find that common ground. In this case, maybe it's not that common ground, but he was interviewing Peter Thiel, and I saw that Chief Trumpster share this clip from him. This is how you do not answer a question. Peter Thiel looks completely lost, and what happened here is that he asked this question. I'm going to play this. And so you can see it for yourself what happened.
And to those who think this shooter is a hero because he did it because he said this healthcare executive was presiding over a healthcare system which kills thousands of Americans by denying them cover, what would you say to them?
Okay, this is a question. To these people who believe that the healthcare insurance shooter is a hero, Luigi Mangione is a hero, what do you tell them? What do you tell these people? And this was his answer. This is unedited.
It's I don't know what to say. I still think you should try to make an argument, and I think this is you should, there may be things wrong with our healthcare system, but you have to make an argument, and you have to try to find a way to convince people.
Yeah, for someone who is as brilliant as Peter Thiel, in many ways. I really loved his book, From Zero to One. This was strange because it was a very easy question with a very easy answer. Like, you might be mad at how healthcare system works, how insurance companies work, but that trying to put matters into your own hands, killing CEOs, is not the answer. It's that simple. It's that simple. How can you reach to that conclusion? And I can understand that maybe he is looking for the words to answer correctly, but even if when he begins to talk, he is just glitching. He's just glitching. It's so odd seeing somebody who is so smart and so articulate stumble in questions like this. This is something that I just don't understand.
And change it by that. And this is not going to work.
Peter,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there are all sorts of things one could say about it, but I don't think, and I think the motives feel. I don't want to go into all the particulars here, but I don't think there's anything heroic about him.
I don't think there's anything heroic about him. I don't know how long did it take him. I think it was one whole minute. 1 minute and 10 seconds to say that there was nothing heroic about him. That could have been the only answer. Let's see.
I don't think there's anything heroic.
Let me see. I'm going to edit his answer in real time right here. We have the luxury of having this super duper editing, and I'm going to edit. This is what should have been his answer.
By denying them cover, what would you say to them?
I don't think there's anything heroic about him.
That's it. I saved you 1 minute and 10 seconds of Peter Thiel just trying to find the words. That there's nothing heroic about somebody, a vigilante, doing that kind of stuff. This is not the way. This is not the way. You know, killing CEOs. It was so strange. And these are the people who are in tech. And people in tech, we have news about people in tech. Breaking: Google founder Brian dines with Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Everyone is lining up. All these tech muggles, all these super duper CEOs and presidents of CEO tech companies. Tonight is no different. Google's co-founder Sergey Brin, known for criticizing Trump's 2016 victory, shared a dinner with Trump at Mar-a-Lago tonight, signaling a surprising turn of events. And the surprising turn of events was also this. Zuckerberg donates $1 million to Trump's inaugural fund. So we got Meta or Facebook aligning. We got Google aligning. And we also have that Amazon is not falling behind. Amazon pledges $1 million as well for Trump's inauguration. Amazon's planning $1 million inaugural donation as Bezos heads to Mar-a-Lago, marking dramatic shift from their contentious history. The move follows Meta and Zuckerberg's identical donation, suggesting big tech's racing to realign with Trump 2.0. Source: the Wall Street Journal. All the pieces are falling into place. All the pieces are falling into place. We have a bright future. In front of us, but we still have to deal with some things. And the shooting of the healthcare insurance CEO has sparked a lot of reactions. And this was quite, let's say, outrageous. Shocking road sign in Seattle celebrates the shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. One less CEO, many more to go. This is for real. Who's in charge who is in charge of programming this? Who is in charge of programming this? And it is incredible how many people are defending these actions. How many people are, I mean, I have to say that I have never suffered under what is the United States healthcare. Luckily, that has never happened to me. And I can understand for all the stories that I've heard that this is always shocking. I have read enough articles. I have read enough stuff to know, just by proxy, just by general knowledge, that this is simply not good. What is happening is not right. And but it's not like Taylor Lorenz said. Okay, maybe we can understand. Maybe we can understand that people are killing CEOs. No, nobody can understand that. Nobody can understand that. Jesus Nation knows. Jesus Nation knows that there are ways to do things. There are ways to do things. Sometimes violence is necessary, but in this case, violence effectively solves zero. Oh, there's bringing a conversation about this topic. There was a much needed conversation about this topic. What is that conversation going to change? We need actions. And the actions, you vote for that. Who has proposed a change to that? Who has proposed a change? Nobody. I want to make add some levity to this. And somebody on my DMs suggested and asked me, we wanted you to analyze Tim Walz Christmas tree video. Christmas tree video. Good point, Kearney. Luigi Mangione did not have United Healthcare. He was not a client of United Healthcare. There's so many crazy things, so many crazy developments happening, and one of them is that the shooter was not a client of United Healthcare. But so many things. We already saw a pretty thorough analysis thanks to Vittorio on X. But right now, we needed to talk about Tim Walz and this video. I'm going to play the video. Some of you haven't seen this. Remember to share holiday traditions. This was shared by himself. Yesterday, Governor Tim Walz. Remember to share holiday traditions like decorating the tree with your kids, even if they are out of town. And after this ends, I am going to give you my unbiased opinion. I'm going to try to be as unbiased as possible. But here it comes. Okay, this is muted. Why is this muted, Jesus? Why so? Why? Okay.
Hey, Hope, Mom and Dad here.
Hey, Hoper girl.
Finishing decorating the family tree in the living room, or in our family room here. And it's all of the handmade ornaments over the years. So we were thinking of you, and I just wanted to show you a couple. We were cracking up about a couple of these. So I'll try it. Here you go. Take a look at this.
Look at those pretty sparklies you
2005.
down there.
Here's Children Are Like Snowflakes. Each one is unique.
Right there. You're on a little reindeer at Roxanne's house.
All right. And here's Gus, your brother.
Well, there, he made us that one from basketball.
When he was dunking. So anyway, hey, Hope, we got the final one. You're going to love this. Toilet paper roll angel.
You made it. Do you see your little hands here?
Little hands on the back.
Are the angel wings.
So here we go, on the tree.
Not on a real tree, but on this family tree. Oh, Dad got it on there. Joy to the world.
All right. There you go. I know you're missing your Griswold family. Decorate your house for Christmas. We're thinking of you. Love you, Hope.
Okay, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm going to be completely unbiased and honest with you. I'm pretty sure. It's like we know Tim Walz because, well, for reasons we better not know Tim Walz and his wife. I wish I didn't know about them. I could have gone my life perfectly without knowing about them. But now I know about them. But in spite of knowing the character, how not jobs they are, I saw this video, and I have to be completely honest. I saw nothing out of the ordinary in the video itself. Well, the Christmas tree is a bit, loaded, and I understand that this is handmade ornaments over the years, but I'm pretty sure, I could be like 99% sure. We are this is the thing that is the odd. Where are the ornate decorated tampons? Where are the tampons? There must be somewhere. Maybe it's there. There's a tampon in there. You're right, Veronica. We have to look for the tampons. But I'm sure that I show this video to anybody who doesn't know who these two are, and they're gonna say, "All right, it's a Christmas tree that is, it's a bit sad. It needs to be a bit more." I don't know how to say this. It looks like it is not pretty. I have to say, I'm going to be the aesthetic critic here. It is not pretty. Oh, it is nice that our handmade ornaments throughout the years. That is nice. All the memories. That is a nice touch. Let's be honest. That is a nice touch. But again, I really didn't see anything out of the ordinary in here. Of course, the fact that it's Tim and Wen Walz, and we have heard Wen say the words, "Turn the page." The tree says, "I can't breathe." There must be an ornament with the face of George Floyd in there. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's at the back of the tree. Maybe at the back of the tree you have your George Floyd ornament, Christmas tree ornament. And as if they are sweet grandma and grandpa, they are trying to be normal so hard. His face looks naturally grumpy. Yes, there's so many things that we can say. I try to be unbiased, and I didn't find anything besides the quite sad tree. And why were they making a video to their children? I understand their sons and daughter. Who is Hope? I don't know. I really don't want to know about the Walz family. I don't want to know. But why are we seeing this? That is my main concern. Why, if this is a video for your children, why are we, not your children, seeing this? You want to appear like you're a normal person. Oh, we're a normal person. Continue donating to us because we are normal people. That might be the reason why this rubs the wrong way. That could be it. But if I saw this on any given WhatsApp group chat of the aunts, yeah, it should be private. Yeah, trying to stay relevant. He's mad not everybody in Minnesota believes in George Floyd. Too many ornaments, can't even see the tree. You're right, brother. It's very ugly. Yes. Why are we seeing this? That is what I tell you. Sometimes the video is no big deal. Sometimes we need to address the fact that we are biased against the characters, in this case, the man and the woman. But then you realize, who was this video filmed for and why we are watching this video? That is always important. That was always important, and it's also always part of every analysis. That is always part of every analysis. As in, I'm going to highlight your comments for a bit. So I want to drink some water and to get a brief pause for we continue and read your comments. So you can make a video on it. Just let's do this so we can make a video and share it to the world and tell everybody that we are normal. We are normal people. We're normal people, and we still need your donation because Kamala squandered all that on Hennessy. She squandered all that money on Hennessy, and we need the money to, the huge deficit of the campaign. huge deficit of the campaign. But fake trees are not biodegradable. Well, they are, but over 500 years or something like that. At least he didn't do just hands. Yeah. Foggy Morning, you're on point. Team is camper than Xmas. I don't know what that means. I don't really want to know. They are not normal. It's usually like that outside of like that everywhere outside of the woke cities. People have common sense. Yeah, the Hennessy, all of it. I am not drinking Hennessy, by the way, just in case you take this out of context. I know that there are haters out there that want me down, that want to cancel me. You cannot cancel me. I'm way too awesome. I'm way too awesome. Jinx, Samantha. Jinx. All right. So let's continue. We need to talk about something serious, way more serious than this. Let's jump into this serious stuff. Break-in. We need to talk about January 6th, which, again, for anybody who knows that is what is an insurrection, what an insurrection is, January 6th was not an insurrection. I could explain this all day, but you know that the mainstream media keeps pushing this. That never happened. Nobody tried to topple the government at that moment. Donald Trump did not send his troops to topple the government and defeat or destroy democracy. All that is nonsense. We have this from Charlie Kirk. Breaking, an Inspector General report confirms the FBI had 26 confidential human sources on the ground at J6 and that some of them went into the Capitol. There were feds in there. Was this entrapment? Why did it take us 4 years to learn this? This is criminal. These people who are hostages, the hostages of January 6th, have to be released. It was the feds.
Piece of news to kick off the show today, Sandra. I'm John Roberts in Washington. The report reveals that there were a total of 26 confidential human sources in the crowd that day.
David Spunt is live from the Justice Department. He has got the news for us. David.
Sandra, 3 of those were authorized and tasked by the FBI to be there on January 6, 2021.
By the way, I haven't mentioned that Chris Wray has resigned. Chris Wray, I believe I haven't mentioned it on my lives, but now I just did.
We're coming up on 4 years since that day of the Capitol riot. This IG report specifically focuses on the FBI's handling of confidential human sources, or as we know them, FBI informants. For years, the outgoing FBI director, Chris Wray, has been pressed on reports of undercover agents. According to this new report, there were no undercover FBI agents. However, there were 3 confidential human sources tasked by the Bureau to be in the crowd on January 6th to specifically watch what the report states is concerns over domestic terrorism. Out of those 3, Sandra and John, 1 entered the Capitol, 2 others entered a restricted area. The report says the FBI did not encourage or authorize any sources to go into the building or a restricted area.
Yeah, that's sure. That's how do we know that those were the only ones in there? How do we know that those were the only ones in there?
In addition to the 3 confidential human sources, the FBI told there were 23 that were there on their own. Now, they had worked with the FBI in the past on other cases.
On their own. Okay, so, you know what? I'm going to the Capitol. I don't need any permission. I act alone. I'm on my own. He just went for that. They just went for that. It's that simple. That's what Kash Patel is going to declassify all that. And when he declassifies all that, Well,
but not specifically on the January 6th rally. Some of them entered a restricted area as well. And what stands out in this report, John and Sandra, none of the confidential human sources that entered the U.S. Capitol or a restricted area were prosecuted by the D.C. U.S. Attorney's Office.
Yeah, they got a pass. They got a pass. And somebody of you mentioned, of course, Ray Epps, yes.
Remember, this is an office that is still arresting nearly 4 years later and prosecuting people with this case. Now, in a response to the Inspector General, the D.C. U.S. Attorney's Office says the following. The D.C. U.S. Attorney's Office generally has not charged those individuals whose only crime on January 6, 2021 was to enter the restricted grounds surrounding the Capitol, which has resulted in the office declining to charge hundreds of individuals, and we have treated the confidential human sources as consistent with this approach. Outgoing FBI Director Christopher Wray, who announced that he would be stepping down in the next few weeks yesterday.
How convenient. That was a very convenient timing. You think that it was a coincidence? But this timing seems to always align themselves, like one day after the other. So convenient. So not suspicious at all.
Has been pressed on the FBI's role on January 6th. Here's just one clip from last year.
If you are asking whether the violence at the Capitol on January 6th was part of some operation orchestrated by FBI sources and or agents, the answer is emphatically
You're saying
not.
no?
No.
You're saying no?
Not
Okay.
violence orchestrated by FBI sources or agents.
Yeah, but you can see, in terms of Chris Wray, I think I analyzed this video at the moment. You see that there was this ghost. I can imagine that the director of the FBI, whoever is this, at any point, knows how to control his emotions and knows how to control his body language. Any person who works in the FBI, any Fed, knows how to control his body language, and in fact knows how to use his body language for full effect. That's something that I train people for. And how can you speak with your body language and project a message with your body language and disguise what you want to say with your body language? It's a way of covering up your tracks. And I'm pretty sure that he was being emphatically in here, very emphatic. I'm going to mute this and just play it again and see only his body language. You see his demeanor in which he was looking directly at the guy. He only raised his eyebrows at some point to make for emphasis. He was a bit jumpy all over the place, but all in all, he looked like passionate. Like, why are you asking me this? This is simply not true. Let's watch that clip again, just in case. Let's watch that clip again.
If you are asking whether the violence at the Capitol on January 6th was part of some operation orchestrated by FBI sources and or agents, the answer is emphatically
You're saying
not.
no?
No.
You're saying no?
Not
Okay.
violence orchestrated by
move
FBI
on.
sources or agents.
Confidential human sources tasked by the FBI are not undercover agents. These are people that belong to groups like, for instance, the Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, and then became paid FBI informants at certain points in time while still being members of their groups. And of course, John.
That is interesting because you are like outsiders. You are outsourcing. How come that you are outsourcing people to do the job of the FBI? How does that work? Because you are gaining intelligence and you're giving that intelligence to the FBI, but how can the FBI trust that that you are to be trusted? How does that work? It should always be people vetted by the FBI and working inside the FBI. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm always open to discuss these kind of things because I am not an expert in many topics, including why does the FBI outsource people in this it's like they hire moles to inform the FBI. Is that what this guy's talking about? I don't know. Maybe that is the way to frame it. But I don't think that is the most secure or safe way of getting information, because we could also be talking about double agents, people who are sending information in the opposite way as well.
Of course, John and Sandra, others are not part of any group and just decided to show up to the Capitol for whatever reason and still work with the FBI on the side and provide information. And we're, of course, waiting for more information from Capitol Hill to see if the White House has anything, the Department of Justice, the FBI, as this report just breaking now.
So I guess if Chris Wray resigned, then he cannot be, he cannot be asked questions about this, or he should be facing questions about this. How does that work? We don't know, but it is all the developments. We see that the conspiracy theories, not all of them, the world is not flat, the world is round. All these conspiracy theories begin to unfold, and we find out the truth about them, like much of the fact. And I'm pretty sure that they did not expect that we were going to be living in this timeline, the timeline in which Elon Musk was essentially forced to buy Twitter, and then he turned Twitter around and then turned it into a free speech platform. And thanks to that free speech platform, we could say so many things and share so many things. And the failed assassination attempt on Donald Trump, two of those assassination attempts, the absolute meltdown and crashing down of the Democrat Party, the infighting between Biden and Kamala Harris, all of that, none of them expected any of that. None of them expected any of this. But what happened? What's happening on Samantha, please don't be driving. Please do not drive and look at the chat. Samantha, please don't drive and look at the chat. You can look at the chat later. Please do not do it. Don't do it. I'm going to block you. I'm going to mute you. I'm going to take your mod privileges away if you keep driving and looking at the chat. Don't do it. Nobody should be doing that. That is truly dangerous. Please, do the headshot. Yeah, please don't chat and drive. That is not safe in the least. That's why I'm doing my best, Samantha, to read all this aloud, describe what is going on the screen, so you don't have to look at. I know that the chat is so engaging. Sometimes I look at the chat, I say, oh, this is like a great family. We are like a great family together, having fun in here, having fun, and every single episode. A lot to talk about. Maybe it's not going to be that long, this episode, because the topics have been rather short, but okay, you are already voting. Don't take her mod status. Don't take her mod status away. Let's see which is the next we need to talk. We need to talk about Nancy Pelosi. I was going to make a video about how she was heckled. And this was like 1 day ago with Katie Couric. But this was a very recent development, that she was admitted to a hospital in Luxembourg. And what happened? She sustained an injury. We don't know what kind of injury, while traveling with a bipartisan congressional delegation in Luxembourg to mark the 80th anniversary of the Battle of the Bulge. Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi sustained an injury during an official engagement and was admitted to the hospital for evaluation. Speaker Emerita Pelosi is currently receiving excellent treatment from doctors and medical professionals. She continues to work and regrets that she's unable to attend the remainder of the choral engagements to honor the courage of our service members during one of the greatest acts of American heroism in our nation's history. So we know that she is okay. That is great to know. Remember that regardless of what you think of people, we we never wish harm on anybody. But even so, we need to watch this video in which she is being literally heckled for 2 full minutes, and her body language of Katie Couric is well, something to behold. Protesters scream at and boo Nancy Pelosi for 2 minutes straight. What happened in here? Let's watch. Let's watch this. Make sure that the volume is
issues. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So somebody say something. Let me see. I'm going to try to use my editing software in here.
Issues.
Let me see if I can just super turn up the volume in here.
Yep.
What did they say? I'm going to try to raise volume to the max as much as I can.
Here that you disagreed with the Iraqi war.
Oh, do you disagree with the Iraqi war? That's what somebody said. Oh, we have that is the good part of being able to edit this in real time. I'm going to create subtitles just in case.
Here that you disagreed with the Iraqi war.
That was, and then she speaks, and when she speaks, the volume goes bananas. So I have to adjust this so you don't get deaf. And people began booing her or the guy who asked that question. Why is that question sensitive?
Here that you disagreed with the Iraqi war.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So you.
Okay, I listened to a lady screaming, "Get out! Get out!" Pelosi made big bucks on the Iraqi war. Nancy, shut it and tell which stocks to buy. Yeah, please. You know that both Nancy Pelosi and the inverse Kramer are the best signals for investment. Inverse Kramer just beats Nancy Pelosi for a little, but still they are. She should be a financial advisor.
Don't worry about that. I'm from San Francisco. I'm used to this.
Okay, she knows that it's against her because I'm from San Francisco. I'm used to this. Yeah, especially now that San Francisco has been ruined. I can guess that you're walking in downtown San Francisco and you get this through the whole sidewalk. It's kind of screaming at you.
We have an opportunity for the audience to ask questions, so we'll wait till the end of our conversation to do that.
See, they'll get what they want because all the press will say is that we got interrupted.
All right, so
this is so amazing. I'm gonna turn up the volume in this section. Let me see what they are saying. Oh, I'm sorry. I almost went. What the country? What?
All right. So you never know what to expect at the 92nd Street Y.
This is so wonderful to watch. Somebody had to call them out on this. Let me see if I can raise the volume in here just a bit until they talk again, and then make sure to get it back to normal, because to hear what people are shouting. Okay, what's very heated. Very heated. Some of you are saying that this is not Katie Couric, but I thought that. Let's see. Just want to make sure. Nancy Pelosi in conversation with Katie Couric. Let me see. Yes, it was Katie Couric. I just confirmed that. I have just confirmed that. So yeah, it doesn't sound like her, but it is Katie Couric.
I'll wait a second to continue.
What is this? This is so fun to hear. My God, I haven't had so much fun in such a long time. I need to raise the volume here. Something from liberals in the audience. Something about liberals in the audience. That guy. I like that guy already. I'm gonna trust your ear, Bobcat Wolfenstein, because well, you are a native. Your English is your native tongue, so your ear must be better than mine. Thank you. And what you say? You said I heard impoverished and well, often children. I'm gonna trust that you heard that right. I'm pretty sure that she must have said something along those lines. That is nice. So nice. Yeah. And it continues. It's quite long, this clip. And maybe the accident was that she didn't like this.
Let us bow our heads for the hostages and be prayerful about the hostages, which they never mention. So.
And why are they clapping now? Maybe they took the hecklers out. Maybe they took the hecklers out, but it was fun to watch. This was fun to watch. Absolutely fun to watch. Let me see what else we have on the menu of today. If we have any other fun topic to cover. Well, the following topics are not that fun per se. Have a lot of things in here. Let's go for the 100 man lady, the 100 man lady. But let's make some pause first. Let's make a very short pause. Show your chat while I get some water and read your comments. Read your comments. She cares nothing about the hostages. What else? Bow your head to pray for mercy. Scamala. Excuse me, Scamala. All right, intermission. Yes, this is intermission, and let's. What's this? What is this, America? Speaking of pork, why are you like this? Princess Dumbarton, why are you saying more than 80 men in a day is excessive? So you're saying that 79 is the limit? 79 is the limit? Princess Dumbarton, you're what kind of comment is that? What kind of that? Yeah, not her again. Castellano, stay away from her as well. Remember to stay away from Taylor Lorenz. Stay away from this kind of ladies. If we can call them like that. Let me see if okay, we have everything ready. And we can adjust she is fine. 100 it was not 100 guys. It was 101. 79 is reasonable. Princess Dumbarton says that 79 men in a day is reasonable. I needed to show you something that I hadn't included about this, the lady of sleeping, quote unquote, 100 men, there's a quote from an article that I was reading. Somebody made an article about her, and there's a quote that I sadly need to share with you. I'm going to save it, so I include directly on my screen, so you can either hear it from me or you can read it on screen. I'm gonna include that. And well, this is not trigger warning. This is a bad trigger warning. The predicament that the 23-year-old OnlyFans star Lily Phillips finds herself in. A new documentary, I Slept with 100 men in one day, and now she wants 1,000 in a day. She wants to do 1,000 in February. Follows Phillips in the weeks leading up to an event in which she, well, sleeps, quote unquote, isn't really the right term. Phillips is, in her own words, ran through by 100 guys. Run through is the right expression here. That I know, and my level of English goes reaches those limits. Random men recruited from her OnlyFans subscribers. So from those guys who are subscribed to her OnlyFans, she picked these random people, these random guys, these random perverts to do this act of debauchery. Yes. Invited to an Airbnb in London and offered 5 minutes each. The event lasted 14 hours. And this is part that I absolutely, if you're eating, please either pause the show or finish your lunch at other time. At the end, the cameraman entered the sex room and was so appalled by the smell that he audibly retched. What the F? This is the most F and disgusting and gross thing that I've heard and I've read in my life. What is this? And she begins saying, so on Saturday I got run through. Okay, this maybe this is a big trigger warning. This is the kind of things that I tell you. Sometimes just throw in the videos in there. I see trending videos, I put them in here and ask question later. And those questions sadly sometimes are live in my show, and this is what we have to deal with right now, because we are Jesus Nation and we can deal with anything, right?
So on Saturday, I got run through by 101 guys. Now, I've had a lot of backlash so far about it, and I've seen some of the videos and I see your side. Like, I am not trying to encourage other girls to be doing that, like if they don't want to. And
no, because I can't imagine who could be encouraged by you. Which girl in their sane mind would be encouraged by this? I mean, it is completely possible when they look at the money, when they worship money instead of God, and they sell their souls to the devil. But I don't know how. I can understand too that she crying in front of the camera can be also a marketing stunt. And I'm going to tell you why. Why she crying in front of the camera could have been a marketing stunt. A perfectly timed marketing stunt. Because who is she doing this for? She's doing this act of 100 men running through her in one day. She's doing this for her audience. And her audience is comprised of men who want to see her humiliated, destroyed like this. They want to see this. They want to see her humiliated. They want her soul destroyed. They want all that. And you can imagine that if she is crying on camera after that, and this audience that she has likes the act itself, they're going to love and enjoy even more seeing her crying after that. Yeah, it's this sadomasochistic dynamic between them in which she is still doing something that her audience likes. We find it gross and disgusting. This is the most despicable thing, but you have to understand that she's still playing for her audience. And the tears that she was shedding on that clip, and that video, and how she's speaking at this point about that. Look at her face. I'm going to mute the sound so you can just look at her face talking about this. Do you see somebody who is remorseful or she regrets this? No, she's still playing the game. She's still playing the game. The game, oh yeah, this is so, oh, there's no problem about this. There's no issues whatsoever. But the crying, I am pretty sure it's only logical. Her audience are perverts and sadists that like to see her doing this. And they are up for this, and they want to participate in this. And this is like a sweepstakes, and you can win like a lottery, and you get to run through her as well. And they want to see her destroyed, both her soul and her punani. Okay, we can say this in this show. And of course, she crying after the fact and hugging her friend and regretting this. It's even more exciting for this perverts. They are even more turned on by this. It's something that is this vicious cycle. Okay, vicious cycle. But for them, it's just perfect. For her and her audience. The problem is that this reaches the public opinion. And yes, there will be people who will be, let's say, women who could be encouraged. Oh, well, I'm not going to go up to those extremes, but I can go, I don't know, maybe half the way, maybe 79 is a thing. Veronica, is it possible that she is playing a role now? The crime felt more real to me than this. If this feels fake, it's really hard to say. Well, we don't know at which point drugs can be involved. Maybe she's got something. She took something to speak like this at this point. We don't know. That is a possibility as well. Who stood in line to be last? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that there's enough perversion in the world for men to want to be the last one. Yeah, there can be even people like that. There can be men like that are the absolute bottom of the barrel. And she says, but my side, what? She continues.
But my side is like, I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
Trying to enjoy myself.
You know, and to enjoy yourself, you can go to the movies. You can eat ice cream. You can, I don't know, buy a toy that is not a jackhammer. That is enjoying yourself safely with regular things. Enjoy a sunset. Enjoy a horizontal mambo. You can enjoy that. That's great, but not this. This is just gross. This is beyond being a nymphomaniac. That's a Rose, you're right. It's nymphomania. Oh, I want to enjoy myself. No, I want to destroy myself. This is the only way that we can call it.
Trying to have fun, trying to make some content for you all, trying to get my bag. Like, this is
trying to get my bag, trying to get the money. This is fun. Have fun, get the money. Have you tried to rob a bank? Maybe it's less dangerous. Maybe it's less painful. Maybe it would not smell as bad. I know you're robbing a bank. It's exciting, gets you money, can land you in jail, but everything has risks in life, and you are taking risks in this because you're trusting all the STI tests that you're hoping that they went well.
Fun to me. This is what I enjoy. No one is forcing me to do this, and I feel like we're going back in time to where women are getting shamed for being a sluzzer.
Because you are a hoe. You are a hoe. You are I don't know how to say this. A nuclear whore. Interplanetary whore. You have to be shamed and bullied into a corner. This has to be said. You have to be called out. I don't know what adjective can go with whore that could in any way convey what you have done, and that you now say that you're proud of yourself, of being ran through, getting the bag, and all of this. Yeah, I would literally prefer that you robbed a bank. I prefer that you robbed a bank because this is just unacceptable. At least you rob a bank and the consequences stay with you. But this is what kind of interplanetary whore. This is not. I don't know. I don't know what to say right now. I don't know what to say right now.
And I thought that's what we were trying to get away from.
Oh, this is feminism. This is the problem with modern feminism that sees women as you can be as much as a hoe as you want because you can do with your body whatever you want. This is not the way. They want women to do whatever they want, and they want women to kill babies whenever they want. This is never. This should never be super slut, ultra whore. That is maybe I will make a shirt. I will send it to her that says ultra whore because there's no other way to call this out. And again, this is not her playing or acting. No, this is something that she's doing on purpose. She's doing it all this on purpose. Nobody is forcing her. You're not going to tell me that in 5 years or 2 years she's going to appear on a podcast crying, "Oh, I was forced to do this. Men forced me to do this. I felt forced to do this." No, because women have to understand that actions have consequences. Everyone has to understand that actions have consequences. And she did that on her own. Nobody forced her. It was her idea. She's ripe for Jerry Springer. Oh, yes. She's ripe for Jerry Springer. Maybe Dr. Phil can have her on, and maybe just in case, maybe Dr. Phil can isolate her with some kind of glass, because she should be projecting like by osmosis STIs everywhere, like in the air, that she exudes that. It's just something that, oh, you're slut shaming her. Yes, I am slut shaming her. I am actually slut shaming her, and she should be slut shamed. This is not something that to be emulated or a record to be surpassed or anything. No. This are the kind of things that if we don't prevent society from going down the drain like this, then it's gonna be bad for every single one of us. Every single one of us, because this is not right. And when we talk about things that are not right, and we talk about things that are not right, we land on this. You know this case. So many of you know this case, and we are going from Guatemala to Guatepeor. And we need to talk about the Duke Lacrosse allegations. The Duke Lacrosse allegations. More than 18 years after the Duke Lacrosse allegations, Crystal Mangum admits that she made it all up. I testified falsely against the lacrosse players by saying that they raped me when they didn't. I made up a story that wasn't true. I hope that they can forgive me. What the F? I need to read this complete recollection before we go into. We're going to analyze her body language. I got the video in which we are going to analyze her body language, talking about the what she did, the lie that she did, that she falsely accused this man of rape. And I know that so many of you want her to suffer the sentence that they could have collectively gotten if they had been convicted of a rape that they didn't commit. Duke Lacrosse accuser finally admits, I made up a story that wasn't true. The former stripper at the center of the 2006 Duke University lacrosse scandal admitted on Thursday to fabricating the story that 3 players raped her during a team party. Speaking from the North Carolina Correctional Institution for Women, Mangum confessed in an interview with the independent media outlet Let's Talk with Kat. I made up a story that wasn't true. Because she explained that she made up the allegation because, wait for this, she wanted validation from people and not from God. What? She wanted validation from people and not from God. What does that mean? They trusted me that I wouldn't betray their trust, and I testified falsely against them by saying that they raped me when they didn't, and that was wrong. She is now 46 and serving a prison sentence for the second-degree murder of her boyfriend in 2013. Oh, that is a model citizen right there. She sought forgiveness from the players she accused, David Evans, Colin Finnerty, and Reed Seligman, referring to them as her brothers in a biblical sense. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't care if you oh, they are my brothers. No, this is just disgusting. You don't deserve to be brother or sister of anybody. You deserve to be ostracized from society. Your name erased from society. But you have to be made an example. You have to be, made an example for any other woman who barely thinks to accuse a man falsely of rape. You need to be made an example of that. She said, I want them to know that I love them, that they didn't deserve that. I hope that they can forgive me. Let's watch the video. This is really upsetting, but we need to watch this.
And I testified falsely against them by saying that they raped me when they didn't.
No words.
And that was wrong.
No, you tell me.
And I betrayed the trust of a lot of other people who believed in me. And made up a story that wasn't true because I wanted validation from people and not from God.
That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And at least she's in jail for a homicide, an unrelated homicide, which shouldn't have happened in the first place, because she should have been put in jail originally for making up that lie. That was 1 year that they dropped the charge. And I can imagine that the lives of these 3 men was changed forever because of this. Sadly, I am not saying that this is something that never happens. All these women are falsely accusing. No, but only one woman weaponizing the Me Too movement hurts everybody, both men and women. So you will agree with me that when a woman comes and makes a false accusation of rape, she must be condemned from both men and women, because this fucks up every single one of us. Like, men begin to realize, okay, what if we stumble upon somebody this crazy? And women would say, okay, what if I'm abused and I want to tell people and I want to tell about my experience, and people are, oh, you're making things up like that, like the Lacrosse slut that made that up. For she wanted validation from people and not from God. Everyone is going to be effed up if this continues. The punishment, I see some very retarded commentaries and replies on X about this. Oh, but she looks remorseful. She's looking for forgiveness. Yeah, you could be remorseful and you could be asking for forgiveness, but you can be, asking for that forgiveness in jail for that crime. Because being remorseful doesn't mean that you will not be punished. You must be punished. And you have to be punished in a way that dissuades any other woman from remotely making a claim like this. Because this destroys lives. Men have committed suicide because of false claims, false rape claims, which is, well, beyond tragic. Her admission marks the first time she has publicly acknowledged fabricating the rape allegations, nearly 2 decades after the case shocked the nation. It fueled attention by asserting that the assault was racially motivated. Racially motivated, despite a lack of evidence. Oh, because that the racial stuff, oh, how convenient in that era. You remember that we always said that around the mid-2000s, 2005, 2006, 2008, something began to be stirred, like racially, systemic racism and all that racism stuff. Why? This is what a coincidence, right? Odd timing again. Another odd timing, despite a lack of evidence. DNA tests later exonerated the players, but Nifong's misconduct, including withholding exculpatory evidence, led to his disbarment in 2007. The charge against the players were dismissed in April 2007, with then North Carolina Attorney General Roy Cooper declaring the trio innocent. The fallout from the case extended beyond the courtroom. Former Duke President Richard Brodhead faced criticism for his handling of the situation, which included suspending the accused players and canceling the lacrosse season. This is the kind of things that happen, unacceptable things that happen with this kind of accusation. Brodhead later apologized, admitting, "We did not get it right, causing the families to feel abandoned when they most needed support." Oh yeah, you did all that over this. You did all that over this. This is just not possible. This is unacceptable. The players subsequently sued Brodhead and Duke University, settling for an undisclosed amount. But still, what happens to the reputation of men in this case. Casey Johnson, a professor of history at Brooklyn College and co-author of a book of the case, Until Proven Innocent, criticized the news media's shameful handling of the case and the appalling behavior of the Duke faculty. This case exposed unprecedented misconduct, not just by Nifong, but also by Duke faculty members, he said. Some faculty members exploited the situation to advance ideological agendas, disregarding fairness, due process, or an impartial evaluation of evidence. Their actions, alongside one-sided media coverage, most notably by New York Times, by the New York Times, created a narrative of guilt based on stereotypes and assumptions. This relentless media bias cemented public opinion before the facts were fully understood. Men are destroyed. Men's lives are destroyed by this. And women who are actually raped and abused are also affected by this as well. These are the Amber Heards of the world. These are the liars of the world, and it's great that they are exposed like this. It's great that they are exposed like this, and I hope that more cases like this come out to light. So not only the media, but also all the people involved when this happened, well, they get everything. I say they get all the evidence and get everything before acting, because it's like the moment there's an accusation, then bam, you're automatically guilty. Something that we need a short break. We need a short break after this. Something that I was a bit overboard with. No, Christy, you're right. She had other men's DNA. See, I'm going to continue. Let's see which other post I had here. Which other... I have at least one more topic for today. I'm going to add. I need to talk about a bit about immigration and deportation. We were talking about Tom Homan. There's also this the Texas governor. It is my understanding. It's breaking news. Texas governor. I'm gonna highlight this and let's jump right into this topic. So this is just breaking now. It's breaking now. Texas Governor Greg Abbott and 25 other Republican governors are ready to assist with Trump's mass deportation plan, citing a lack of federal resources. They're prepared to use state law enforcement and the National Guard. This is just awesome. They are ready to do the right thing. They are ready to cooperate. They're ready to go for it, big time, go big and go home. And Trump border czar Tom Homan went to Chicago and told residents he will prosecute Mayor Brandon Johnson if deportations are obstructed. This guy means business. This guy means business. Something that we need to recognize. He's going all in. Is going all in with the deportation, but remember that this has, levels to this. It's going to start with the criminals, people who already have a deportation order. They're already marked for deportation.
He impedes us. If he knowingly harbors and conceals an illegal alien, I will prosecute him. Yes.
And while Homan says there are no plans for family separation, President Trump's immigration surrogate offered this blunt take.
You need to take the child home with you?
You take the child, what would you do? You take the whole family. Let's say what happens. I think that this rhetoric of separating the families can also be sending a sign, sending some kind of signal to people to self-deport. Okay, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen to you. So you might as well self-deport, as you are saying in the comments, and anchor babies. Chicago mayor is busy with a panic attack. Yes, that's You know that some people are going to be against this. It always depends. It will always depends on how is the process. How you prioritize those who have committed crimes. How you prioritize those who have committed crimes. And there's another topic that I wanted to cover today. There was this topic about Prince Andrew. I'm going to read briefly from the Times. Chinese spy with close links to Prince Andrew banned from the UK. You know that sometimes some members of the royal family, namely Harry and Prince Andrew, get into trouble. And now we have this from the Times. Chinese spy with close links to Prince Andrew banned from UK. The businessman was invited to the Duke of York's birthday party and was authorized to act on his behalf to seek investors in China. And what happened? Prince Andrew and the alleged spy became so close that he was invited to the Duke's birthday party and into the royal estate at Windsor. Well, do you remember that also Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein and the enabler, the lady, what was her name? What was her name? The Jeffrey Epstein friend who is in jail right now. I forgot her name. But all them were to parties, were guests to Prince Andrew's parties. So it's like he has a very bad compass for people. Very bad compass for people. What is her name? Jeffrey Epstein's friend, you know, the Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah, I've forgotten about her. We talk about that picture. Remember that photo? We talk about that photo so much. The alleged spy had a briefing document in which Andrew appeared to be described as being in a desperate situation and will grab onto anything. Okay. Will grab onto anything. One of Andrew's closest advisors told the alleged spy, "You sit at the very top of a tree that many, many people would like to be on." MI5 discovered that the businessman was a member of the Chinese Communist Party and was working for its United Front Work Department, which gathers intelligence. The Special Immigration Appeals Commission. You have to know who you hang out with. You have to know who you hang out with. I'm looking at some other reports here. A second, just yes. So let me go back to my topics. Which other topic? I think we are pretty much done for today. We have covered all the topics we were here to cover. Let me highlight your chat. The chat has been super lovely today. James Jamieson, your super chat. Oh my God, I didn't read your super chat at the moment. Cocked more times than Davy Crockett's rifle. Yeah, you're talking about the 100 man lady. The 100 man lady. And Claudette Bruley, what about Caitlin Clark going woke? I talked about her yesterday. Let me see the all comments here. All comments here. We go to the end. And let me check just my of today's topics, just to be sure. I want to make sure. We have covered everything. I think we have covered everything for today. Everything that was on schedule. We're closing to 2 hours. Oh, it was not that longish. Longish, I would say like 2 hours and a half or something like that. 2 hours and a half, not 2 hours and a half, but 2 hours. Okay, Samantha, you made it all safe. Well, Next time I'm going to block you. If I find you driving and chatting, I'm going to block you. I'm going to expel you from Jesus Nation. Exile you from Jesus Nation. We are in a nation. I could exile people, right? That would be the sensible thing to do. Other things popping up, but I think that's it for today. Remember that the best way to support my channel and the best way to support my show is to subscribe and follow me on X and on Rumble. Subscribe on YouTube. It's absolutely free. And make sure that you go to the link in the description of this video, which is kinesics.com/tips, and download my tips, and you will be subscribed to my email list as well. Anything happens, that is the last line of defense that we will have to get in touch. Whatever happens, no matter what happens, make sure that you subscribe to my email list, downloading my 100 body language tips. Make sure that you download this in the description or in the bio of any platform that you're watching this from. My body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. And until we meet tomorrow on episode 44, remember the most important words. Much love and please take care. Be safe. Samantha, don't chat and drive. Remember, I love every single one of you. Bye-bye.